Namaskar. It's April 19th today, and it's around 7 p.m. I just got the news from my uncle in Borbis, pharmacist Khirodhar, that his brother, which is my maternal uncle, he passed away last Wednesday, but we only got the word today. So this is him here. He left Guyana very early during the late 1980s. He migrated to the U.S. He was a medic, staff nurse, midwife, and he was also a soldier in the Guyana Defense Force before following my mother into enter the medical profession. His name was Mr. Ballkarran Khirodhar, but his calling name was Shami because he liked the Indian film star Shami Kapoor. This is his wife. She came from a rich family. They were from Essequibo, leg one, I think. She was a matron at Woodlands Hospital in the 80s. She also passed away. So we lost a very great family, two great souls in the family, Mr. Balkarran and his wife, Mrs. Ballkarran. I have some photos, I'm going to run through them. This is his mother, Miss Lake Rani. They were farmers and they started poor. They were the second generation Indian. This is his father, Mr. Bisesar Khirodhar. He was a laborer in the Mayan Song Council in the early years. This is his wife, Uncle Shami's mother. This is my mother. And this is my father. This is Shami's sister, Sharda. This is my father's father, Tolo from Mahika. This is an early photo with he and his wife. Both of them were nurses at George Hospital. This is his son and daughter. At this time they were living in America. So the background there is an American background. This is an early picture. We just moved into this house here in Bel Air in San Road, Lindal here. And my father had a little get together, a little party. They cooked and ate and so on. This is him here. He attended. This is my father. This is my father's brother, Niranjan, who also lived in America, was living in America. This is my father's boss, Mr. Hassan, Superintendent of Police, Alberton Police Station. This is Mr. Rafiq, my father's friend. He had a lumber yard in Alboystown. This is me in the 1980s, 87, I think, 86. This is my brother. So Easton, my brother Narish Gio. This is his sister. She's a nurse, a midwife, staff nurse, dispenser, sick nurse dispenser. She's working here at the Palms, his sister. So both of them were, this is his niece, Rosanna. This is his nephew. No, rather than Rosanna is his niece daughter. And this is his nephew, Naresh Gear. This is his daughters cheering. They were living in America. I think these two guys are big now, older guys. So Mr. Shami, we miss him so much. We'll be missing you. Sometimes he would call and chat. He liked my brother a lot. I think they have the same nature, the same personality. This is his sister. I had found memories of Uncle Shami when he was living in the Bel Air house there, 34 Bel Air there. He was the only uncle I know was always kind to me and smiling and soft. The others were rough and husky men, you know. But he was always something. He would cook food and call me. One he took me on his motorbike. He was always like our family, and like his sister he would visit. These are his mother's sister, Hansrani Surani. She was living in Prashad Nagar. This is Lake Rani. This is Bechni from Canal. This is Rajanti. She married into the Hardeen family, and they were owning the property where Prashad Hospital was housed. That's in Middle Street. She was the owner of that property. Both the one where the hospital was, and opposite. This aunt here, no, this is Raj auntie who owned the Prashad Hospital. I can't remember this one. This is Baba auntie. And this is Chunik Rai from Canal #1. He was a ranger there. Everybody know him. Ask about Chunik Roy. He married to one of his mother's sister. So that's my uncle Shami. He was living here in Bel Air and then he migrated in the 80s. He was also a nurse attached to Borby's hospitals. They were living in the hospital compound before migrating. This is his sister, Lelauti Khirodhar, as a young woman. This is his sister again. And this is his sister husband as a young man, Mr. Balkarran Khirodhar. This is Mr. Balkarran Khirodhar, a young man from Mahaika. So he supported them a lot. He was very close to these two. This is Balkarran when he was employed at the police, Guyana police force, his brother-in-law. They were getting along very well. They were very good friends. I was always amazed. They were born, both of them, their birthdays would celebrate together, the 9th of September. And both of them, their name began with B-A-L. My father was Balkarran and he was Ballkarran. These are strange. They were very close to each other and they had a warm friendship. So I do hope my uncle rests in peace and he would get a better birth. He would meet my mother, I think, on the other side there now, and I think he would meet some very good beings, bodhisattvas, and so he himself wasn't a God-fearing man. He was more, his mind was more scientific. One medics was telling me he read a lot. Uncle Shami, Uncle Ballkarran Khirodhar, he was a wide reader. He could talk on many subjects and he was a brilliant man. So this is another early picture with him there at Georgetown Hospital, I think. This is early. This was my mother. This is his wife. What is her name again? I can't remember. This is Uncle Shami and this is a friend, a family friend. So Uncle Shami, all the best. I do hope you find eternal rest and thanks for being such a brilliant man, such a support during your lifetime. I can't remember you came about 3 years ago and you came to visit us all, and so I guess you'd move on to a better shore, better life. You'll be united with your Dharma Patni, your wife, and all your children, and so our sympathies, our condolences. So his brothers in Guyana, they're all are, grieved. They had fond memories of him. Sometimes they would go over there and they would stay at his house. He would always has his door open for them. He would take care of them and always, but he was very nice and a soft and genial personality. So his sunset was 2 days ago. That would be 17th of April 2024. He was born on 1949, the 9th of September. All the best. I do hope you will grow and continue moving into the spiritual light under the same religion, Hindu culture, that your mother and father grew you up in. So now he'll be uniting with much of his aunts and his father, his mother, his sister, all good. So God blessings and my guru's blessings also. Namaskar, all the best.